Hi everyone, welcome to Wilson Wednesdays, and I am coming to you from our high school room. Let's see if I can give you a good look at it here. Here's the high school room, and had actually many of years of ministry here in this room. And now Dave Taylor, who is our high school youth pastor, is our high school youth leader. He does an awesome job with high schoolers. Very caring, very nurturing, good Bible teacher. Love having him on the team. And so here I am in the high school room. And the reason why I'm in here is because I taught high school this last weekend. And I just wanted to share briefly what I shared with them, which is about a leadership quality that I believe Jesus teaches us in his ministry and in his life. And I think it's one of the most important things we could learn because at some point God asks us to lead, whether it's a small group, whether it's our family, maybe it's a managerial position at work, or maybe it's just a group of people, right? That God just says, hey, I want you to be an influencer in these people's lives, and I want you to lead. And there's, I believe, a specific way that he asks us to lead. One of the issues that he sees in his disciples, as one day as they're walking along the road, they get to the place where they're going, and he says, hey, what was it that you guys were talking about on the way as we were coming to this place? Jesus says to his disciples. And his disciples don't want to tell him because they were talking about who would be the greatest in his kingdom. There's this issue that the disciples have, I think we probably all have it, of wanting position and pride. And we want it over the next person. And Jesus doesn't want that in his disciples and in those that would follow him. So what he does is in this moment of absolute, incredible moment in his ministry, it's the Passover night. He's going to die on the cross soon. And in this moment, which would have been such a hard time for him, he takes this time to set aside to teach them what it is exactly. And he's been doing it all along in his ministry. He's been teaching them what a good leader looks like. But in this moment, he's going to give them a picture, an image that they would never forget. And in that night of Passover, he gets down on his hands and knees, and many of you know this, gets down on his hands and knees, this place of submission, a place that actually the lowest servant in the house would have done this job or this task. And here's Jesus, the King of Kings, the Rabbi, the teacher, the Lord of Lords, and he's down on his knees and he's washing his disciples' feet. And what he's doing in this moment, and there's lots of different types of ways, leadership styles and ways to lead, is that he's leading with a towel. He's taking this towel and he's got it wrapped around his waist, and he's down there and he's touching his disciples' dirty feet, and he's washing his disciples' dirty feet, and then he's drying them with this towel. Jesus, in his ministry, in his life, he led with the towel. He led by serving other people, by elevating other people above even himself, even though he is the name above all names. He's the one that's deserving of all praise and our worship. And yet Jesus, so that his disciples would see very clearly, here's what I want from you. I don't want you to argue over who's going to be greatest in the kingdom. I just want you to serve one another. I want you to love one another, serve each other. And so one of the marks of a disciple of Jesus is that they will elevate other people above themselves. They will serve other people. And maybe that's you today. Maybe in your family, you would be the person that says, I want to be a leader in my home. And the way that we become leaders in our home isn't that we yell louder or bark louder or demand more. In fact, we lead in our home by serving those that Jesus puts in our home. And the same thing could be true at work. Maybe you're feeling that tension, you're feeling like, I got to get ahead, I got to get ahead, I got to get ahead. Well, one of the greatest leadership principles that Jesus teaches is this idea of, well, then serve other people. That is one that people will have a hard time arguing with when you elevate them, when you make them better at the job that they're called to do. How can I help you would be the question. How can I help support you today? Or how can I make you a better employee today? Those are great leadership principles that I think that if we look at Jesus and we think he really, truly lived this out. And then obviously his death on the cross is a perfect example of like, I came to die. I was in heaven, I came down to earth, I lowered myself here to serve you, to lift up humanity, and to actually die for them and pay for all of their sins. Did he have to do it? No, but does he do it? Yeah. And so today I would encourage you, be a leader who serves and leads with a towel. Have a great rest of your day.